Hello, everyone. Okay, today we are going to look on a very wonderful video how British police deal with non-violent criminals. That's great. So if you're not subscribed, kindly do subscribe and do not forget to turn on your notification bell to be the first to the video when I post. So if you have anything you want to say, I'm just like wondering how the British deal with criminal like. That was an interesting video, so let's get right into it.
Tonight on Crime Fighters, the dark side of the city.
I told you to stop swearing.
Okay, this is my
video.
Right.
I'm now arresting you under Section 5 of the Public Order Act. Do you understand?
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh.
Don't swear at me again.
You're under arrest for Section 5 Public Order, mate.
Okay.
Take the smile off your face, 'cause it's not funny.
Okay, street life. Okay, it just started.
In 2002, Sheffield was among the worst 10 UK cities for street crime. Since then, street robbery has been cut by 70%, and now it's one of the safest cities to live. Part of this success is down to a team of police officers who patrol nighttime hotspots, building closer bonds with the street community.
How much do you have to steal then to get your money's worth?
Sheffield Community Safety Officers Jim Mumby and Mark Wortley are on night patrol in the city centre. They're looking for a known drug addict they think is responsible for 2 recent street robberies.
We're looking for one male in particular. He's a white male, about 5'10". He's responsible for 2 robberies that occurred at the weekend. The descriptions are of the same male. It's occurred in the Shalesmoor area where people that have been walking through have actually been robbed of their possessions. We're just in a general area search and to obviously have a look for the male.
They head to this outdoor soup kitchen to look for him.
Queuing up to get something to eat at the soup kitchen. It's a voluntary service where people come and provide either a hot cup of tea or a meal in some way so they can obviously get some kind of nourishment. It's here for about 20 to 25 minutes, Monday to Saturday. They don't do it Sunday, so obviously it's a long day for them. Because what tends to happen on speaking to them is they'll last eat Saturday night and the next time they may eat would possibly be the Monday night. When did you last eat, Jamie?
Well, this morning.
Yeah, was that the Archer Project that normally feeds you as well?
Yeah, morning to Archer Project, yeah.
No problem.
Sausage and tomatoes, is it all right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What drugs are you on at the moment, Jamie?
Heroin and crack.
How much a day is that costing you?
Roughly now, it used to cost me up to £100 a day.
Yeah.
But like I've got myself down to about £20.
How did you used to get your money then to pay for that, Jamie?
Well, I used to like shoplift and odd commercial burglary, weren't it? So
that's right, yeah. You're begging it all to get any of your money, Jamie.
No, I ain't got patience to do that sort of thing.
No, it takes a long time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Thanks for your time, Jamie. I'll let you eat your soup before it goes cold. I'll come and see you in a bit. Thank you. You're alright? How are you, Tony?
Fine, thanks.
You're currently staying at a flat, aren't you, near London Road?
How do you know that?
Because I'm a police officer, I'm meant to know everything, aren't I? Yeah? You're just on alcohol though, aren't you, at the moment?
I'm an alcoholic, yeah. I'm trying to recover.
Right, no problem. How much are you drinking a day?
As much as I can get.
Right, and what kind of drink?
Mainly.
Like, that's so friendly, like, okay, it's a non-violent criminal, but they are criminals, and literally, he's just like having a chit chat with them. I'm perplexed, I'm amazed, I'm like, you're literally having chit chat with criminals. Okay.
White shite, you know, white lightning.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
If it wasn't for your friend then giving you the flat, where would you be?
Probably be on end of a rope.
Right. Obviously that's not good.
Because I am a suicide risk.
Right.
And
have you slept on streets much?
Got 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. You're going to get your last sandwich before they pack up and drink?
Thanks a lot.
No problem, see you later.
They've just given me a quilt, so I've got some at home to wrap myself up in tonight.
Will that make a big difference?
It will make a hell of a lot of difference. Yeah, it means I'm not going to freeze my knackers off tonight.
We can gain information about their activities. They'll give us information about all the people who are committing crime. If we're talking about the homeless population and the beggars, they're certainly victims as well. And by understanding the issues that affect them, we're able to deal more effectively with the problems that face the community.
We met a couple of weeks ago, didn't we, Colin?
Yeah, we did.
More when
well,
you'd had a bit too much to drink and
a bit inebriated.
Yes,
if you'd like to put it the way.
We were. So last Tuesday, weren't you? We came to fetch it early because Arsenal game. We got it sorted.
Oh yeah, what you want? You're a big fella that come in front, aren't you?
Head through the door.
You couldn't get some fruit door, it was that small.
So what are you up in court for?
Drunken disorderly.
And
Shoplifting. Theft.
He did try and pinch a bottle of port, but that's because of his condition. He likes to drink, does Colin?
What do you normally drink, Colin?
Anything.
How useful is it to have these kind of soup kitchens?
These places are godsend because if it were for people like this, we'd have nothing.
Is this the first meal you've had today?
Yes, it is. It's first meal he's had in 3 days. We eat out of skips at about 4 o'clock in the morning. We eat old sandwiches and stuff like that. Of course we do. We eat stale bread, we eat everything.
We go to Netto's though, don't we, for shopping?
We do go to Netto's when we get paid, but at the end of the day I'm a survivor. Look at this, look. I've got a king-size duvet today of a Christian, God-fearing people.
The officers then see a young man matching the description of the wanted street robber.
That's fine, we're not going to stop you doing anything. Sorry to be a pain, we didn't know you were coming, but obviously you've come, we can't just ignore it. You're still on heroin?
No, I'm on methadone.
You're on methadone, how much a day, Tony?
70 mil a day.
Roger, could you print him out please, and then just tell me about any tattoos that we can see? Just show us that one on your right forearm, Tony. And
you can't really see it, so I'll show you. I'll show you both, like, but you can't really see it. That said mum. It did say mum.
Lovely, thank you. Thank you. The reason why we've checked you out, Anthony, is there's someone doing robberies. You've come and you match description. We've just both said that, but we've got a name for him, and we know it's not you now. Right. So you're not even in the frame.
Yeah, I'll tell you straight.
Shalesmoor lies on the edge of the city. Made up of high-rise flats and industrial buildings, it's Sheffield's unofficial red light district. Over 200 women are known to be working these streets.
A lot of the residents are subjected to abuse. In worst cases, they're even subjected to assault, sometimes violent assault. Many of the prostitutes use drugs, and there are signs of that everywhere, including needles left lying about. We found that 80% or even more of the women we actually deal with are addicted to either heroin or crack cocaine. And therefore, to feed that addiction, they go into the streets to earn the cash to pay for their next fix. And it's a vicious cycle which the majority of these women find it very difficult to get out of.
PC Wortley joins Community Officer Jeremy Spencer on a night sweep of the area in an unmarked vehicle.
I can spend all day driving around in a police car, moving people on, but an hour later those people will be back. So sometimes it needs myself, my colleagues to go out, arrest them, get them to court, get bail conditions so they can't come in this area, to relieve the community for short periods of time. We're hoping to be using the antisocial behavioural orders on the prostitutes. We're going to be using those powers in conjunction with help for the girls, because the roots of their problems is drug addiction. But the ones who refuse to take the help will have to be dealt with more sternly, and if they just keep committing the offence, then they'll be arrested and we'll be applying for antisocial behaviour orders. There's a pickup just going on ahead of us, so we're going to deal with that.
Strategy. Very good.
Delta 36. I'd like this vehicle stopping, please. I'm in an unmarked vehicle. Come on, mate. Stay there a minute, love.
You've been seen around the red light area tonight, driving round earlier. Would it come as a surprise to you that she's a prostitute? What had you discussed, negotiated?
Sex for a tenner.
Sex for a tenner? Pardon?
Low job for a tenner.
Low job for a tenner, right. Must tell you at this stage that I'm arresting you for curb crawling. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which will later on in court.
When were you last in trouble?
A while ago.
Just come and sit in police car a minute there. It's clear that the two don't know each other, and we suspect that he's been curb crawling and she's been soliciting for prostitution. They'll both go to the charge office where they'll be dealt with for the offence. This lady will be charged, and this male may be eligible for a caution. That's all dependent upon his previous convictions and whether he's in a position to confess to the offence. If he denies the offence, we'll simply charge him and send him to court. There are powers that we can use now to get the court to disqualify curb crawlers from driving. If that's the case, we'll apply for it.
Would you like to speak with the solicitor at this moment in time? No? Well, what time do you have methadone?
11 o'clock this morning.
What's going to happen now is he's been arrested for curb crawling, admitted that he picked the young lady up, negotiated a price for a sexual act, which obviously completes the offence of curb crawling. He's been arrested, be booked in, and be checked on our computer. Depending on what his background is, he'll be given an interview, and if the custody sergeant is willing, he may receive a verbal caution if he's got no previous convictions at all.
The man receives a verbal warning, whilst the prostitute is later fined £40. It's night time in Sheffield's red light district, and there's no shortage of women working the streets offering their bodies for as little as £10.
The prostitutes will stand in the red light area.
Yeah, dressed the same.
They'll obviously stand by the road because the majority of their custom is males in motor vehicles. They'll stand at specific points and junctions where vehicles can turn off and stop. Down at the bottom there, there's a young lady stood alone. It's now 10:15 at night. It's not a bus route, it's not a bus stop there. She's shouting down the road to another female who's stood a bit further down the road. It doesn't appear to me that they're having the normal sort of conversation that two people would, because you'd come together and talk to one another. She's looking at passing vehicles. The lone male drivers in them are sort of giving us the grounds to suspect that she's loitering for prostitution at the moment.
Why is it legal in Liverpool to do it in one
it's illegal.
It's not legal, okay?
Oh my
Right, I'm arresting you for loitering for the purposes of prostitution. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned, saying which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand? Yeah, you can see a doctor.
I'm arrested, you might as well go on.
Come sit in police car. She's going to the charge office.
What for?
For loitering.
For loitering?
Oh.
Alright, well get me for loitering too.
Hey?
Well take me for loitering too.
You're not loitering, are you?
Well what, hang on.
Hang on what?
Do you speak English, do you?
I speak perfectly good English.
Right then, well what the fuck? Loitering.
Stop swearing or you'll be arrested.
Alright then, well arrest me, go on, arrest me.
Arrest you for what?
For whatever you want to, what you've done here for. Do me for the same.
You're not loitering.
I'm not loitering.
No.
Alright then, well I'll stand here on the corner now, shall I?
Right, then you'll get a caution because you're not a common prostitute.
Right, well I will be then. Hang on. No, fuck off! You've been arrested for what?
Right, I told you to stop. I told you to stop.
You told me to stop fucking.
I told you to stop swearing. You've continued.
Yeah, right.
I'm now arresting you under Section 5 of the Public Order Act. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Shut Shut
Leave
up.
them with the cat. Don't
Get
tell her to
arrested
shut
in
up.
Britain.
Hey,
I
don't
didn't
tell her to
care
shut
for
up.
getting there.
Come on, come on.
I don't have to swear.
Twisting, will ya?
Let's come this way.
You fucking
Go on,
wanker.
jump in. There you go.
Right, you fucking prick.
Very good.
Yeah, I have used that because bleachers for prostitution.
And at the moment, the female is being booked in by a custody sergeant. It will probably be that, given her antecedent history, she will be charged and either bail for court or get for court in the morning. But that depends on her antecedent history, and it also depends how she is with the custody staff as well today. And what we do with this chap also depends on his previous history. Such things as whether he's got criminal record for similar offences.
The boyfriend gets a 12-month conditional discharge for disorderly behaviour. The girl is fined £40, but within days, she's back working the streets.
A key part of what we're trying to achieve is being visible to the public, build up relationships with the different communities within the Sheffield city centre area. And by building up those relationships, they can build up knowledge of the different problems facing the community. Current issues include prostitution, begging, street drinking and street crime. Unless we're out there actually speaking to the public, we're not going to be aware of what their issues are.
Back out on city patrol, PC Wortley has joined colleague Jim Mumby.
What you been up to anyway?
I'll go begging.
You been begging? Yeah.
I have earlier on, like.
Yeah, you had your drugs today?
Yeah.
How much on a day?
2 or 3 bags of that, look.
2 or 3 bags, yeah, 30 quid.
Coming down.
Yeah, is that just to keep yourself going or is it to get you high? Just to keep your rattle off? How much are you earning a week from begging?
Enough to feed me out and feed myself, you know what I mean?
So you're trying for 30 quid a day then, aren't you?
Nah, not even that, 25 quid a day.
25 quid a day, no problem.
But like I say, it's over that all shoplift lads in here at the end of the day, so at the end of the day, you know as well as I know, I've got an habit to feed boys. What would they rather me do? Me ask them for a spare change or go home after they've been shopping and find the house has been burgled by me, do you know what I mean?
Right, chaps. Thanks a lot.
I'll see you in a week, John. They currently say that they're on approximately 30 to £40 a day. Unfortunately, with the habit, you normally have to double what they say, and it could be anything up to £60 onwards that they've got to earn, obviously per day, to try and keep the habit. As John's already explained to us, it's not about keeping the habit, it's about keeping him going, and he needs £60 a day to inject to keep going, just to do the basic functions.
The officers are still looking for a man wanted for street robbery. They head to this disused factory that's home to rough sleepers.
It's just there. They're all derelict, and as I say, we've been in this afternoon and we've had a look round, and it's in a very sad state of repair. Unfortunately, it's the same story in every room with needles, and it's a place where we know that people are sleeping rough. As you can see, there's a needle there, half a pool cue, tomatoes, obviously someone's not keen on tomatoes. We've got condoms, we've got needles, we've got milk where someone's obviously been living. Police! We've currently got 2 people sleeping in this room here. They're not here at the moment, but as you can see, the bedding's down. There's needles, there's lighters. The hygiene is absolutely awful. As you can see, the floor's dirty. In here, they've been trying to light fires, presumably just to keep warm.
You couldn't actually sit down or lay down here without having a severe risk of having pin pricks or needle pricks, or you know, there will be human excrement and the like. But it is substantially warmer than actually being on the street or in a doorway. This is probably worse than the last room, to be honest. It did start off as the ladies' toilets for the factory, but you can see now from the floor we've got needles, masses and masses of needles, empty methadone bottle, I think this is bordering on not being quite as good as the open streets, to be honest. I think you'd have to be a 10 out of 10 desperate to I mean, I feel pretty uncomfortable just standing here. I don't think I would sit or lay anywhere in this building.
As they're leaving, the officers see a man who's been living in the building.
It's your kit in there, isn't it?
Sleeping bags?
Yeah. So how long you been living there?
About a month.
About a month, what's it like?
Cold.
Are you surviving then? Are you getting your money?
Selling big issues and stuff.
You got your badge?
Yeah.
How much heroin you on a day?
Well,
approximately?
about a tenner.
About a tenner, not double? Is there anyone else stopping with you in there?
There's a few people there.
How many, roughly?
About three more people there.
All sleeping in the same room, or
No,
you've got different apartments?
Different parts of the building.
Is it like a bit of a family then, a community?
Well, yeah, we look out for each other, talk to each other.
Anyone giving you any hassle there or anything?
No.
No? Get to meet the working girls, they say hello or...
A woman come in with this bloke and she like opened the door to come into the room.
Yeah.
And you see me, no lady in sleeping bag, and he said sorry and like turned around and went back out.
So they haven't bothered you?
So I thought like she must be a prostitute, but I'm not
sure.
I weren't sure, but I didn't know her, you know.
Heading back into the city centre, the officers get a call on the radio.
Negative, mate. It's just some street drinkers falling all over the floor.
Roger, we'll have a look. Thanks very much, appreciate it. We've had a report that there's potentially a beggar on the near the tequila bar, and that he's a bit unsteady on his feet, so we'd like to go and have a look at him and just assess what's occurring. There you go. How are you?
Guys.
How much you had to drink today, Sean? You've just had a few. Are you a street drinker? Do you sleep on the streets, or have you got a house to go to?
Number 11.
Will you come to the church with me?
Are you going to go and get some food?
Yeah. But we got to go into the church. We're going to miss it.
All right then. 2 seconds, we'll get him up and he'll be going.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll be able to look after him?
Yeah.
Because we're going to help you up in a minute, and you're going to go along and get something to eat, aren't you? So you can't stop here. How long you been with Sean then?
I've known him for about
11 years.
About 11 years?
Number 45, nothing current or impending. Total of 41 previous. Most recently for being D&D. April 2003 of us.
Come on then,
Roger.
you're going to have to get up, Sean. Up, so... Are you going to go and get something to eat? Let's see if you can pass the walking test. See you later. Go on, Sean, follow her. Go on then. You don't want to get arrested. Go and get something to eat and we'll get something warm.
These people in the main are victims, people who have issues in everyday life, who have addictions, who have mental health issues. And the life on the streets is a deprived existence where they're simply existing from day to day, trying to feed the habit if they have a habit. Therefore, it's certainly a priority of South Yorkshire Police to help and support these people wherever necessary.
Okay, the video is touching. I really like the video. It's so calm and handmade. They didn't use violence and anything. They just did their stuff calmly and not use violence in any way. That's just awesome. But what mesmerized me was the fact that you get arrested during prostitution and swearing. Like that is like a whole level of news to me. So I would say that it's good to bring discipline to the community, into the country. You know, if I could be arrested for swearing, I would watch the way I speak, and I was speaking in a very good manner. And if I'm going to be arrested for doing prostitution, trust me, I don't have to do it. I have to fight this on the work, which I know in Britain they have a lot of work job opportunities for people. So I don't know why you want to hold around and not like this one. So and the aspect where they also help some beggars on the streets is amazing. It's obviously that police is like your friend or something. They're there to look after you and take care of you and not literally make you feel like okay they are for you and all that. There was no violence, there was no beating, there was no swearing from the policeman, there was no you're talking to me with policeman and all that. It's just a natural conversation. I really love the fact where it was having a casual conversation and I didn't feel like okay I'm a policeman, I'm just taking information now. I don't have to put on your face I'm a policeman. My uniform is enough to prove to you that I'm a policeman. So yeah, I'm just taking bits of information I need to know. And also I'm really mesmerized about the fact that they cooperated so well. You know, it will be so crazy in countries that they will naturally come care with you, but that's as literally I just feel like everybody is disciplined in the country and it's so amazing and I really love that. So yeah, that is a beautiful revelation. It's a beautiful way of growing the country and yeah. So if you have not subscribed, can you subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification button to be the first to see my video once I post. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my other YouTube channel, which is Chixy Stories, where I upload amazing stories, African tales, true life stories, and a whole lot more. Love you guys so much, and do not forget to keep the history, keep the mystery, and the music alive. Alright.